Are you considering moving up and making a change during this pandemic? We're going to talk to one of our past clients and current clients who actually did do that exact thing and kind of dig into it. So we'll be right back. All right. Hello, Melissa.
Hey, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good.
Welcome to the studio. I know we're just social distancing and stuff. We've measured. It's like
We're like
5.5, 6 feet.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty far. I've got really long arms actually, like 6 and over 6 feet span. So kind of big wings. But Melissa, welcome. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. So why don't you tell a little bit about yourself and how you got to know us, and just kind of talk about your family and kind of an intro for people who don't know you.
I'm Melissa. I have a husband and a daughter and a dog and 2 cats. So a huge family for this wonderful team to rehome us. So huge for us. And, we reached out to you guys to rehome us during a pandemic.
Rehome, I like that.
You rehomed us, all of us.
Rehome, yes. That's fun.
Yeah.
So you got kids. Well, kid. Single kid, but
Single kid.
Pets. Lots of pets. And you needed a new place.
Had to sell ours.
It's true. So why don't you talk a little bit about some of the potential fears that you had when buying and selling? Because we did, our team helped you before purchase your home. And over the last 4 months, maybe is when you reached out.
Yeah, I guess so. June.
Something like that.
Early June,
is when you're like, hey, we're interested or thinking of doing something. I think you actually saw my moving up post, and I saw you comment on it. So
I do that. I'm a commenter.
You are a commenter.
I have the top fan badge.
You do have a top fan badge. It's true. So maybe talk about what you saw in that post that made you kind of go, maybe this could work for us.
Yeah, we knew moving was always something we wanted to do. We didn't know how far down the road it would be, or if it was even possible or a good decision to do during a pandemic with a lot of uncertainty. And you guys did a really great post, and it just kind of set little light bulbs off. And we're like, you know what? Like, people are doing this. It's not crazy and unheard of. So let's start exploring it and see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, the post that we did put out there, it basically was all tied around how you can make a move up. And now that interest rates are even lower, there's some amazing opportunities out there to be able to make that move if you're in a position to do that. And so that's kind of what you guys did, right?
We did it.
You did it.
We did it.
Well, and actually, you actually did it because you moved in when? Last week? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks tomorrow.
And you're in the middle of painting.
Yep.
So you worked with us before.
Yes.
So why? So let me ask this. Why did you come back? Because you could have gone anywhere. You could have chosen anyone to work with. So what made you want to choose working with us again?
So the first time around when we bought, we did a lot of meeting different agents and brokerages and that whole thing, and then actually stumbled upon you guys. We weren't looking when we found you guys. We stumbled upon it, and the purchase process was great. And then the aftermath, like, you didn't forget about us. We constantly felt taken care of, and family. We could reach out anytime with any question, and we were taken care of. So I think the second time around when we were making this big decision, and it could have been uncertain in a pandemic, there was no other option. You guys have treated us like family, and who do you trust more than your family? So
what do we say?
I know.
What do we say? No, it's good. I think, and I think a big part of that too is you got to work with who you trust.
Yes.
Right. And I think you just said that, and I think that's a really important, valid point.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you or allowed you to trust us?
I think honesty. So going in and looking at a place, you guys are very quick to be like, I've gotten to know your family. This is trust me, this is not what you want, or this is the issues I could see. Like, it's more than just trying to make a sale, as some people do. It full honesty, like, no, this isn't a good fit you. No, you can't do this, or no, whatever, or yes, this would be great. Let me think about it. Like, think you guys take the time to get to know your clients and
Yeah.
make honest recommendations, and it's easy.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. So I know we have, oh bother. See, this is live video. So those of you that are watching live, I mean, our dog is now in our office, and she just this is the first time we've done a video with her in here, because she scratches at the door when I'm in here.
Oh.
So I have a feeling she's going to climb up on one of our laps soon.
No, she's playing. She's good.
She's playing.
She's good.
Playing. She's just really bothering us. So that's why we're distracted. So apologies. But if you want to see the dog, put in the comments. I'm seeing. Say, I want to see Harper, I will grab her. Put her in the comments. Put in the comments. So, so back to this. So what made you guys want to move up or consider moving up in a pandemic, in the middle of it? Because I think a lot of people look at it, and there's a lot of fear right now, just in our environment. There's a lot of it's mixed, right? There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, but what made you guys want to actually make that transition and move up to a different property?
Good question. I think I work from
and you can
home.
Say boredom if you like.
Boredom, a little bit of boredom. Just I'm always looking for my next project, or but no, it was more than that. I work from home anyways, and then daycare is closed, so my daughter was home with us, and then the office is closed, so my husband's home with us, and it's a lot of time at home, which has been great. We're loving spending time together, but we're learning how all three of us function at the same time for long periods of time in our house, in our community, and it just wasn't working for us. Like
where you currently live.
Yeah, like it was working, but we wanted more. Like we want to have more yard, or more time outside, or more things in our community to do as a family when we're all cooped in our little bubble.
Totally. So you moved up in the Northwest.
Yes.
Originally.
Yeah.
And you guys wanted to move where?
So that was a little all over the place, and Rebecca was really good at telling us to go explore communities. Yeah. She said, go walk your dog, go play at the playgrounds, just go, like, you can't do this again, like end up somewhere where you're not happy. Yeah. Because we were all over the place. We're like, oh, maybe Cochrane, maybe Airdrie, maybe Tuscany, maybe closer to downtown, maybe south. Like we were she really helped us narrow it down, and we're very happy now.
Well, and I think a lot of people too, they also think about like moving up. We were talking about this just before we went on. Yeah. And the idea of moving up, I think a lot of people think is getting a bigger house. And that's not what you guys did. You actually went smaller, but moved inner city, kind of close to the U of C area, let's just say.
Yes.
And so what was that process like for you? I know we actually did the same thing about 5-6 years ago, but for you, what was that process like? What did you have to go through to think about, instead of moving up and getting more, you're actually getting less square footage, but you're probably getting more other things?
Yeah, so that's exactly right. So it took a while from us moving up in our head was like, okay, we're spending a lot more money. We should be getting this beautiful, huge new home with more space than we could ever possibly need, or new finishes, a huge yard. And that's, again, why we were looking in probably other communities outside of the city. But we really had to narrow down like what was important to us, what was going to be better for our family, more family time, what was the reason we were moving, and we had to keep reminding ourselves of that. So then when we ended up, more in the inner city, Triwood area, that it felt like home. And then we realized we're paying more to have this feeling, this community, this better family life that we're not going to have anywhere else. So you just had to, it was a mind adjustment, I think.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, and I think because our culture is so much about like bigger is better, or getting more for just the sake of getting more. And what's interesting, I mean, I've found during this pandemic that mindset is almost shifting a little bit. And I think we want to try to become more content, potentially. And sometimes making that move up, if you can do it financially, it can work well. But in the same breath, sometimes just being content and not getting more, just getting different is kind of probably what you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And I got more projects, so I'm good.
more projects.
Boredom is fixed.
For boredom problem is fixed. So, so maybe take us to the moment when you actually realized that you were, you found the house.
Yeah.
What was that like
So
for you guys?
it was a relief, only because in our situation, you guys worked way too hard and sold our home in 4 days.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a place to go to. We hadn't even looked at homes yet. So we got out there and we looked, and then we were feeling really discouraged at first, like we weren't going to find what we were looking for in an area we want to get to, and then we're going to be back in the same position, maybe buying a home and wanting to move again in 5 years. So when we did find, the home that we purchased, it was just a huge relief, and it immediately felt like home. And even now when we're in there, my husband is sitting in a room, he's like, I just got deja vu, like I've been here before. And I'm like, that means you're meant to be here. Like, it just feels
Nice.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. And now being in your house, you have that same feeling still.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
being in the community, like.
Yes, we're getting out, walking around. Our daughter is absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
So a lot more kids her age, and little community libraries, which are super cute. It's just a huge shift.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Actually, it was really funny because this is like a side story, but
okay.
so for those of you that don't know, I have 2 girls who are 10 and 8, and my oldest is named Elizabeth, and your oldest or your daughter's named Elizabeth.
That's right.
And so they've kind of met, so it's pretty funny.
Yes.
But through it all, we played this game. We went from one side of Trywood to the other side, and we only could on our bikes only through the back alleys. and we ended up going down this back alley, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is where the other Elizabeth lives, Allie.
I know this house.
Yeah, she's like, no way. So we actually rode right past your house. It's
amazing. So next time you just have to come in the backyard.
That's right.
Yeah, gates open.
Gates open. Okay.
Gate doesn't work.
So to kind of wrap this up, so why would you? I mean, you can talk to the camera, you can talk to me, either or.
I don't know which camera to look at.
Yeah, it's true. There are many here.
A good setup.
Good setup. So why would you recommend us and our team and our process and what we do to others? Like what makes that stand out for you?
Yeah, I think for you guys from day one, when you send like an inquiry and you're just, how do I get this ball rolling? You guys are so well connected to mortgage brokers, to lawyers, to contractors, to inspectors, to everything that's beyond what an agent or brokerage needs to do. You guys, you have all that up your sleeve, and you're so willing to help. And everyone you work with is also like incredible people. So just from the beginning to the process of getting to know you guys, you have a great team. Everyone's very honest, hardworking. Like, you're just treated like, again, like family. Like, you're more than just a client to them. You're friends. They have your best interest in mind. They don't forget about you afterwards. You guys have always, they kept in touch and made us feel important. So
cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for spending time coming here, chatting.
Anytime.
I'm sure it helped a lot of people out there, just kind of hearing your story. And so if you have any questions, if you're considering making a transition yourself, if you're planning on moving up, we're here to help. We're here to help you figure it out. It is possible. But again, at this time of pandemic, you may not want to move, and you might want to just get your house better. So if you reach out to us, we have tons of connections for renovations and contractors, and Melissa will come paint your house when she's done hers. It'll be good.
White. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. She's already got the color picked.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I've got you.
We got you. So thank you again, and have a wonderful day. And again, comments below. Describe what you're thinking. If you have questions, we're here to help however we can. We'll talk soon.